Is this Ike Mayor?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good morning. This is call number 2020-08280. In the interest of Farrell and Page Eichmer. Parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Right hand, ma'am. Right hand.
Oh, sorry.
All right. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Eichmer? Mr. Eichmer?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Who's first? Me? What'd you say? I
Ma'am,
can't hear
please
you.
state your name and your relationship
Jamila
to the
Atkins.
children.
Jamila Atkins. I'm the mother of Paige and Farrell Ickamary.
All right. Sir, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Patrick Ickamary Jr. I'm the father.
Okay. And for the state?
Angela Jeffries, Your Honor.
We've got an original petition in a suit affecting parent-child relationship with an AOP. And we're having a hearing. Is that correct, Ms. Jeffries?
Actually, Your Honor, I think this might be on the trial docket, so having a trial on
All right, we have a final hearing. All right.
it. Yes, Your Honor.
And do we have any stipulations?
Unfortunately, we do not, Your Honor.
No stipulations. Okay. Wonderful. All right. Let's proceed.
The state calls Jamila Javon Atkins. Ms. Atkins, you are the mother of Farrell and Paige Ickamary, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how old is Farrell Ickamary?
He's 4.
And how old is Paige Ickamary?
She's 19 months.
Okay. And when both of them were born, you did an acknowledgement of paternity in the hospital for them. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did Mr. Patrick Ickamary sign off on that acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So are you asking this court to, in line with that acknowledgement of paternity, find that he's the father of these children?
Yes, ma'am.
And where do the children currently reside?
With me.
Okay. And do you currently reside in Harris County?
Yes.
When, as far as making the day-to-day decisions regarding these children, who makes those decisions?
Me.
If they need to go to a doctor's appointment, do you take them?
Yes, me.
Has Mr. Ickamary ever taken them to the doctor?
Never.
Okay. If they need to go to daycare or school, who picks them up?
Me.
Okay. Has Mr. Ickamary ever picked them up or dropped them off from daycare?
Yes.
Okay. How often does he pick them up or drop them off from daycare?
Every other week.
Okay. So as far as conservatorship or the decision making regarding these children, do you feel like you should be the only parent to make decisions regarding these children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And why do you feel like you should be the only parent to make decisions regarding these children?
Because Patrick is in and out of my kid's life every other week, so he shouldn't make any decisions.
I'm sorry, what was the answer again?
He's in and out of my kid's life every other week.
Oh.
Okay. And so do you think that you cannot make decisions with him if the court appointed you as joint managing conservators?
What was the question?
Do you think you could make decisions with Mr. Ickamary? Do you think you could co-parent with him if the court ordered it?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you're asking the court to appoint you as a sole managing conservator of these children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You mentioned you currently reside in Harris County, correct?
Yes.
Do you have any intention of moving outside of Harris County?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And what intention is that? Where are you planning to move and when?
Maybe in the next 6 months out of Texas. I
Okay.
don't really want to say where I'm going to move to.
Okay. Do you have a job opportunity outside of Texas?
Not yet.
Okay. So you asking this court to not place a geographical restriction on you to reside in Texas.
Yes, correct.
Okay. As far as visitation, when's the last time that Mr. Ikamiri saw the children?
2 weeks ago,
And how long was that visit for?
a few hours.
Okay. And before that, when was the last time he seen the children?
Um, like I said, it's every other week or when he wants to be bothered with them.
Okay. So would you be opposed to him having overnight visits every first, third, and fifth weekend?
Yes.
So what type of visitation are you asking the court to do instead of first, third, and fifth weekends overnight?
Every other weekend, no 30-day summer.
Okay, so you are saying you don't want any to have him have any visitation over the summer for the 30 days.
No.
And why are you not wanting him to have any visitation over the summer?
30 days, I think is way too long for him to be with the kids. He's not stable.
Okay. And what's the longest period of time he's had the children in his I guess possession
A week.
uninterrupted? Week. Okay. Um, do you have any private health insurance available for these children?
Government.
Do you have any personal knowledge if Mr. Kamiri has a job right now?
Yes, he does.
Okay, and where does he work at, to your personal knowledge?
Atlanta's EMS. He makes from $800 to $1,000 a week.
Does he have any other children under 18 that you have personal knowledge of?
He don't have any other children.
Okay, and are you aware or do you have any personal knowledge if he has health insurance available for these children?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. When was the last time you and Mary lived together?
January. I moved out in January.
Okay, and are you asking this court to give you retroactive or back child support in this case? Retroactive child support, I'm sorry, or back?
Yes, since
And when is,
January.
okay. Has he given you any money since January of 2019 to support these children?
20 what?
Since 2020, I'm sorry, January 1st of 2020, has he given you?
No, ma'am.
Has he had the children for an extended amount of time other than a week?
The longest he had him for was a week.
So you're asking the court to set retroactive child support from January 1st of 2020 going forward.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, back in January, were you aware where he was working then?
He's been working the same job for the last 5 to 6 years.
Okay, and what was his income when he was working there?
Same amount, from anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a week.
Okay. As far as him having access to where you live or where you reside, do you believe him having access to your address will cause you harm or harassment?
Yes.
Okay. In the last 2 years, have there been any incidents of family violence between you and Mr. Ikamiri?
Yes.
Okay. And when did that incident occur?
When I was living with him, recently, that's why I don't want to co-parent with him.
Okay. Do you have a date around you can estimate?
A date, maybe about 2 months ago.
Okay. And what happened
I don't
during
have
that
a date.
incident?
Wait
Okay.
a
What
minute.
happened?
Wait a minute. You said when you were living with him, and now you said about
And,
6
no,
months
I
ago.
said, and she said the last incident was 2 months ago. Yeah.
2 months ago?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
And what happened during the incident 2 months ago?
He actually got violent with me and hit me in my mouth.
Okay. Were the police called?
No, ma'am.
Okay. In the past, when you've had incidents, have there been any other incidents of family violence?
Yes, that's the point. That's why we're not together anymore. I was in a
Okay.
domestic violence relationship with Patrick the whole entire time.
In the other incident, what exactly happened?
He was abusive. He would stomp me, kick me, hit me, abusive.
Okay. Were the police called in those incidents?
A few times, yeah.
Okay. Were there any criminal charges pressed against you or him?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been violent with Mr. Ikamiri yourself?
No, ma'am.
Are you asking the court to not disclose your address in this order?
Yes, ma'am.
And does he know where you currently reside right now?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you feel like in the future, if you know your address, it will cause you harm or harassment?
Yes, ma'am.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Eichmer, do you have any questions for Miss Atkins?
No, I
No.
mean,
All
I
right.
mean,
I'll let you
yeah,
say something later, but right now you can ask her a question if you wish.
I have nothing to say to her. She's already said what she said. You know,
Oh,
I have nothing to say.
all right. You have no questions for her?
No, so
All right. Call your next witness, Mr. Jeffries. I mean, Miss
Um,
Jeffries.
the state calls Patrick Ikamiri Jr. Mr. Ikamiri, you are the father of Pharaoh and Paige Ikamiri, is that correct?
yes,
Okay, do you recall signing an acknowledgement of paternity for both of these children in the hospital when they were born?
yes,
Okay. As far as the decision making regarding these children, have you ever participated in the decision making with Ms. Atkins?
yeah,
Okay. If they needed to go to the doctor, have you ever taken them to the doctor?
yes. I've actually drove my car to multiple, what's call it, the pediatrician, stuff like that. When you look like, so I don't. I mean, I'm just listening. I'm just like, okay,
Okay. When have you ever picked them up or dropped them off from school or daycare?
yes, multiple
And when
times.
was that?
Do you feel like you should be appointed as a joint management coordinator of
I
these
mean,
children?
I don't see why I shouldn't be.
Okay, so are you asking this court to find that you both make decisions regarding these children?
I mean, that's the best interest of their future at the end of the day.
Okay. As far as where Miss Atkins lives, do you have an issue with her not being geographically restricted to Harris County?
I mean, she can go wherever she wants, but I mean, obviously, it seems like she's trying to run away with the kids. I mean, if it's not obvious,
So I'm gonna ask you again, do you have issue with her with her not living in Harris County, or are you okay with the court letting her live wherever she wants to live?
I mean, she can live wherever she want to live, but I mean, it is only going to make things harder if she runs out of Texas. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Okay. When was the last time you seen your children?
About like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, the
Okay.
most.
And how long was that visit for?
Um, like the last time it was about like an hour and a half, but they stayed with me overnight while she went to the club. So I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay. And
Actually, when her uncle got into a motorcycle accident on Red.
Sir, just I'll let you say something later on, but right now you're on the witness stand and you just need to listen to the questions and answer the questions. Okay?
All right, I'm gonna keep looking something.
All
okay,
right.
so you have had overnight visits for with the children, correct?
Yes,
What's the longest time period that you kept the children uninterrupted overnight?
I mean a week or more than a week and a half, something like that.
Okay, so in Texas, would you be opposed to a standard possession order where you get first, third, and fifth weekends from Friday to Sunday overnight?
I mean that defeats the purpose. No, I wouldn't be. I don't like that idea. It makes no sense to me.
So what are you asking the court to do?
Like we said before, I mean, I should have equal rights to my children.
Okay, but as far as visitation, instead of first, third, and fifth weekends, what are you asking the court to order for visitation? Do you want more or less?
Um, More, but like I said, I should have equal rights. Like if I feel like, I mean, I don't really understand the question. I mean, I don't really understand it. To me, I don't
Okay,
understand.
Mr. Is how do you pronounce your last name?
Ikamari.
Ikamari. Mr.
Yes.
Ikamari, the standard possession order that is placed for the non-custodial parent is first, third, and fifth weekends, of each month from Friday to Sunday. It's holidays, alternating holidays, periods of time during the summer. Okay, do you understand? That's a standard possession order. Do you understand that?
Yeah, allow you that you explain it to me.
Okay, now you're saying no, you don't want that.
I mean, it's okay.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Right. And so as far as summer vacations, do you think that you could take care of the kids for 30 days, while they're in your possession, 30 straight days?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think it's appropriate for the court to order that you have possession of these children, during the summertime?
Yeah.
All right. Do you currently have any private health insurance available for these children?
No.
Okay. And do you currently have a job, sir?
Yes, I'm employed.
And where are you currently employed at?
Atlanta MS.
Okay. And how much do you make a week, sir?
It varies.
Okay. And what
Are
does it,
you are you paid by the hour, or are you paid by the week or the month, or how are you paid?
I'm paid every week.
Just it doesn't make any difference how many hours you work. You just get paid every week, same
No,
amount.
I get paid. I'm not on site. Let's go by the hours.
Okay, so the question then is, how much do you get paid by the hour?
Like $12.
And you work 40 hours a week?
Yeah.
You work overtime?
No.
So what Miss Atkins has said, that you make $8,000 a week. That would be
No.
impossible.
is it 800, Yana, just to clarify?
800 to $1,000 a week would be pretty much impossible at
He
$12 an hour.
does. He
All right. Do we have any income tax returns? Do we have any paycheck stubs? Do we have anything
he
that
get
he
a
was supposed to
1090.
supply?
No, Your Honor. The state was not giving any of that information, and our investigation did not show any wage information for him. And Mr. Ikamiri would not provide me even his income information, prior to that. So,
Mr. Ikamari, did you receive the original petition, didn't you?
I never received anything.
Well,
I don't. If I did, I mean, I don't remember anything. I
okay.
don't even
Hold
know.
on a second. Hold on a second. Let me look at this. Do we have service on this?
Your Honor, Mr. Ikamiri appeared September 21st of 2020, and he signed a reset order. So at that point,
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. September
21st, Your Honor.
proposed reset order. Okay. Okay, and Mr. Ikamari, you were at requesting time to hire an attorney. You can recall that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
But I don't have any money.
I know, but you had the petition. You had a copy of the petition.
I don't know how I received it. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't remember how I even received it. All I remember is they gave me more time to get a lawyer. I don't remember. I didn't
He
read it.
emailed us both.
Uh,
Okay, by email.
hold on. Do you have some indication of the notice, or rather receipt of the petition, Ms. Jeffries?
Your Honor, I can't verify, but it's customary for us when a party makes an appearance
921.
that they are emailed a copy of the petition.
Okay,
So
hold on a second. Uh, where does it say that? Hold on. Okay. Mr. Ikamari, on September 21st, you appeared by telephone and you indicated that you received the petition and signed the appearance form and you were requesting a continuance. You remember that?
I remember the continuance. Yeah, I remember that for sure.
Okay, so you got the petition on that day.
All right.
And in the petition, it says you're supposed to produce some things like your paycheck stubs, like your income tax returns, so forth and so on. You're ordered to do that by me. And you haven't done that. Is that correct?
I mean, no.
Why not?
Like I said, I didn't know that those are stipulations.
No, it's in the petition, sir.
I didn't read the petition.
You can't read?
Obviously. I mean, I mean, are you trying to insult me now?
No, I'm saying you said
your name
I
is
thought you
Judge
said you can't
David.
read the petition.
I said I didn't read it, obviously. Now you're trying to insult me.
No, I thought you said that you can't read the petition, but you
No,
said
no,
what you
no.
said was you didn't read it, correct?
I said yes. Yeah, maybe you need to turn up the volume a little bit, or put a hearing aid in, because I feel like you're just disrespecting me.
All right, you're supposed to produce your federal tax income returns for the past 2 years, including your W-2s and 1099s, all your W-2 statements, payroll stubs, vouchers, records of commissions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's all in that petition, sir.
Like I said, I did not read it. I didn't get a chance to read it. So
don't you think that's a little dumb of you not to read the petition?
Exactly.
I mean, if you want to call me dumb, I mean, that's
No, I'm asking you. Do you think that is
I don't think it's dumb, but obviously you do. So I mean, we can
well,
proceed.
Guess what, sir? I ordered you to do this.
Well, no one
as a
orders
judge.
me to
Wait a
do
second.
anything.
Wait a second. Wait
no
a
one
second.
orders me
Wait
to
a
do
second. I
anything.
ordered you to do this as a judge, and you're saying, "Oh well, no, I'm not gonna." I'm gonna spit in your face,
Like I
Judge. I'm not
just
gonna
told
do
you,
what you
I
order me to
didn't
do.
read
Is
it.
that correct, Mr. Patrick?
Well, I mean, if you want to make this a personal problem, I said I
It's
didn't
not a
read it. You
personal
calling me
problem.
dumb.
I have no
If
problem
I
with
didn't
it
read
because
it,
it doesn't
if I
affect
didn't
me,
read it, I
but it
didn't.
does affect you. I'm going to assume that you make from $800 to $1,000 a week because you didn't do what you're supposed to do.
Go ahead and assume that. It's fine with me.
All right.
If that's your assumption. If you're going to make a ruling off the assumption, I mean, I don't know what type of judge you are, but go ahead and proceed. you might be the slow one there. You might be a little bit delayed, Judge. Sorry about that. Go ahead and proceed.
It's funny. All right, go ahead.
It's nice
Go
that we
ahead,
can.
Miss. The only thing I can do is take Mother's word that you make eight to $1,000 a week.
Go ahead and take it. Go ahead and take it.
Okay.
all right. And Mr. Ikamiri, do you have any other children under 18?
No.
Okay. Now, as far as retroactive or back child support, when's the last time you and Miss Atkins lived in the same household?
I couldn't give you. I'll be lying if I gave you a specific date.
Okay.
January 11th.
Hold on, ma'am. Nobody's talking to you.
All right. And have you given her any money for the children since possibly around January of 2020?
I was giving her half of the daycare because she was lying, saying my dad pays the daycare. She was lying to me, saying that she was paying daycare when she wasn't paying any daycare. I actually have a receipt which can show that I one day went up there. The reason I found out that they went conniving down my back, I went to pay $180 for the daycare.
Objection, Your Honor, not responsible.
Okay, listen to the question, sir, and just answer the question.
Okay, yes, I have. Yes, I have. gave her
Okay,
money.
and how much money do you estimate you have given her since January for the children?
I wouldn't know, cause I wouldn't know exactly. Like I said, I'd be lying if I told you a figure. And I also buy my kids clothes and all type of stuff to take care of them when they're with me. So
Okay, how much is half of the daycare, sir?
it's what 180 divide that by half 90.
$90. Okay. And do you feel like you gave her more than $90?
Yeah,
Okay, but you don't have an amount of how many times you might have helped her out on the daycare.
it was every week. I don't from when they started until I found out so I seen that they were shim scamming me because my dad was one paying it.
Okay. And you said you've given her clothes for the children. Do you have any?
No, I buy clothes for my kids.
Okay. All right. So do you feel the court should order retroactive support, um, child support in this case against you?
Like back child support. Is that what you were saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, I don't feel
Okay.
that way.
And you have not had the kids longer than a week since January, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
like,
Okay. Do you currently know where Ms.
but I'm with them every day. I picked them up. I was picking them up from daycare every day, and before that, I was with them from 2 o'clock to 12 to 12, almost 12:15, 12:30 every day of my every day.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. Like, if you're with a child every day of the week from 2 to 12 at night,
Mhm.
because I was living off of her schedule,
Okay.
why would I have to give you any money?
Okay. Do you currently know where Miss Atkins lives at?
I don't know her address exactly, but I know where she lives. I don't know her physical address, but I know where she stays.
Okay. Has there ever been any incidents of family violence between you and Miss Atkins in the past when you were residing together?
Like, I don't want to answer those questions.
Okay.
Well,
Like I
obviously,
said, I
sir.
don't have a lawyer. I don't have a lawyer, so like I couldn't hire a lawyer. So I feel like it's in my best interest that I don't answer, and I have the right to. Can we
Okay.
proceed?
All right. Well,
Not a
Your Honor, I
problem. Not a
have
problem. He doesn't. If he doesn't want to answer anything, that's up to him. I
right.
can just go by her testimony.
Right. I have nothing
Yes,
further
you have
for this
every right.
witness, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any questions for him, Miss Atkins?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
One question. One question. You were helping me. You said you were paying. You were paying me. You were giving me money.
I was giving you cash. That's
You
why
were
you're.
giving me
I was
cash.
giving you
How
Wait
many?
a
cash.
How
second.
many times did you
Wait a
pay
minute.
for the
Wait a minute.
daycare?
Wait a minute. Both of you. Wait a minute. This is a trial. You got one question. You get one answer. You don't interrupt either side, but you answer the question. You don't go on about other things. I'm going to let you say whatever you want to say, Mr. Ikamari, but you answer the question that's asked, and Miss Atkins, you don't interrupt him while he's answering the question. Now, ask a question if you have one.
No, thank you.
No questions? All right. Anything further, Miss Jeffries?
Your Honor, I would just like to recall Ms. Atkins for a couple questions, if I may.
All right.
Mhm.
Ms. Atkins, did you ever receive any money for half of the daycare bill for these children?
Twice.
Okay, how much were those amounts?
One time was the whole thing, which was 185, and the other time was maybe $50 or $55.
Okay. And outside of that, he's not giving you any other money for daycare.
No, ma'am.
Okay, nothing further, Your Honor.
Has he provided anything other than that for the children? Yeah.
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir.
Okay. No clothes, no anything.
When, like he said, when he's with them, I guess he leave the clothes at his house.
Okay.
Okay.
It has not given them to you for the children to
No, he
wear when the
hasn't. He
children are
maybe
here.
bought maybe one pack of diapers, two outfits, if that.
All right.
Oh my God.
All right. Do you have any questions for her, Mr. Ikamari?
No, it's just a circus. I have no questions, Judge.
That's
We could
fine.
go
Okay.
ahead.
Miss Jeffries, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Miss Atkins, if Mr. Ikamari knows where you live, is he likely to cause you or your children any kind of harassment or abuse or serious harm or injury?
Me, I wouldn't say my kids, but me.
But you
Yes.
expect that he might harass you or cause or abuse you in some way?
Abused.
All right. So that means if he doesn't know what your address is, there's going to have to be a place where there's going to be an exchange of these children. So
He know where I
what
live
would
at.
do you care if he knows where you live?
He does know where I live.
Do you care if you move? Do you care if he knows where you
If
moved
I
to?
move, I wouldn't want him to know where I stay at.
Okay, so then if he's going to visit with the children, there has to be some place where he's going to be able to pick them up.
Exactly.
So where would that be, man?
Daycare.
They're not going to be he's not going to deliver them to daycare on a Sunday night.
On a Sunday night, we can meet. We can meet
No,
somewhere.
it's going to have to be with the same place every time. Not one place to pick up, one place to drop off. No,
And
you
I
gotta, you
said
gotta,
it's
you.
the daycare. He lived right across the street from the daycare.
But he can't deliver them to the day. He can't return them to the daycare.
I'll meet him at the daycare.
I'm sorry.
I will meet him at the daycare.
Outside the front door of the daycare.
In the parking lot. It's a whole parking lot. It's
In the
not just
parking lot.
in front of the
All
daycare.
right. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Icamary, do you live across the street from the daycare?
False information. I do not.
You do not. Do you live close to it?
I live close to it, but not across the street.
Well, I mean, that would be a convenient place to pick up and deliver the children. Is that correct?
I mean, if she doesn't feel safe, like she's saying, I mean, it'll be in both our interests. It'll be somewhere. I mean, somewhere where someone can at least supervise the transaction, because I don't want, there's already she's saying that, allegedly the abuse has been taking place. So, I mean,
Okay, well, how about you haven't seen him at all? Your
Just,
Honor, he haven't
I'm
Where?
seen
addressing
Hold
the
on.
my
court right now.
kids
I'm
in
addressing
two
the
weeks, and
court.
he
Can I
live
finish?
across the street.
Okay, go ahead. I'm done addressing.
Your Honor,
Miss
Your
Atkins,
Honor, he lives
go ahead.
he lives right across the street from the daycare, and he haven't seen my kids in 2 weeks, and his daddy lived next door. I almost lost my job 4 or 5 times because of Patrick. He is no assistance, and I do want to take my kids and move out of Texas. I was in a domestic violence relationship with him for 8 years.
All
8
right.
years, and I
How
made
about
it
pickup
out.
and how about pickup and delivery at his father's house?
That'll be fine. He lived next door to daycare, and his mom lived right across the street.
And that's all right with
10907
you.
West Bray is his mom's address. Our daycare is
Oh,
'Which you're banned
8305
from?
Creek
Which you're
Bend.
banned from?
all right.
Which you're
Okay,
banned
that's
from?
fine. So
Hold on a second. Hold on a
I'll meet
second,
him at his
Mr.
dad's house.
Mr.
That's fine.
Icamary. Mr. Icamary, is it all right if the pickup and deliveries is at your father's house?
At the end of the day, that would be something that you have to talk with my father. I'll have to get through my father, because he has nothing to do with this. Like, I can't make a decision on his behalf. You get what I'm trying to say? So we
We're
can just skip
not
all this. We can be
we're not
at your
Just
having
local
your
police station.
father involved.
we're talking about the address, sir.
Well, we can meet at the
The
police
Hold
station on
on, Miss
Derry
Atkins.
Ashford.
Hold on, Miss Atkins.
you can just meet at
You
the police
guys
station.
are just amazing. Okay. Mr.
Yes.
Icamary, you're just amazing.
Thank you,
We're
sir.
talking about the address. We're talking about that's where the pickup and delivery is going to be, at his address. Is that a problem?
There's no problem with me,
All right.
as long as he's fine with that at his address.
You don't have to go inside the house if he doesn't want him to go inside the house. But at the address.
I mean,
Exactly. We just meeting there.
All right.
all right.
Miss Jeffries, do you have any uh, figures regarding child support, cash medical support, retroactive child support, any of that?
Um, yes, Your Honor. As far as if we based it on $800 a week, I think that came to $3,466.67 gross. Net resources was $2,769.93. Cash medical, we set it at $156. Well, that's I'm estimating, Your Honor. Child support would be $692. Again, that's based on $800 a week.
How much?
$692 per month, Your Honor. And for the retro, Your Honor, we just did $800 a week again, and that came out to $8,041. That does not take into account the $240 that Ms. Atkins said that he gave her.
All right.
You know, I might add that the payout on the judgment, if we keep it the same, I think I had about $90 a month he would be paying on the back child support. I'm sorry.
$90 a month for what?
Hold on a minute.
That makes her happy. Oh my God.
Glad you think it's funny.
Do you want me to be angry?
No,
I mean,
glad you think
someone's
it's
trying
funny,
to.
sir. Glad
Yes,
you think it's
because
funny.
it's funny. It's funny because, like,
It's
I have
sad.
no rights.
Sir,
Yeah, I rather not. That's
sir, I
fine.
am done. I am done hearing from both of you.
All right, then.
I'm trying to make a decision here. I'm entering different orders here.
All right. All right.
All right, the court orders that Patrick Ikamari Jr. is established as the father of the children the subject of this suit. Mother's appointed sole managing conservator. Father's appointed possessor conservator. Father had standard possession order. Father's to pay child support in the amount of $692 a month. Cash medical support in the amount of $100 a month beginning December 1st, 2020. Mother to maintain government-assisted medical health insurance. Each party to pay one half of uninsured medical expenses. Geographic restriction to Harris and surrounding counties. Non-disclosure is granted. Pickup and delivery will be at paternal grandfather's address. Retroactive child support judgment award in the amount of $8,041 to be paid at the rate of $90 a month beginning December 1st, 2020. Sorry, I'm going to amend that. retro to $7,500.
Thank you.
To be paid at the rate of $90 a month beginning December 1st, 2020. Anything further?
No,
Yeah, I
Your
have a
Honor.
question.
Yes, I have a question, Your Honor.
No, you can talk to
Okay,
the
so
Attorney General's office. Hold on. Miss Jeffries, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right, give me an order,
Oh,
please.
how
Thank you.
much are we paying? How much?
Guys, you can log out and log into the other Zoom. Log back in and I'll speak with each of you separately. Okay?
which one?
The 892 one, the other one. Or yeah, the 892 number.
Okay.
I think you have another hearing waiting, Your Honor, so I'm gonna have my people log out. And AAG Turner is here now. So guys, log out, Miss Atkins, Mr. Ikamiri, and log back into the other Zoom for me.
Lopez?
Yes.
Okay, but I changed this because I was looking for the service
But
on
you should
him.
have had the petition up, or did you? Okay, you gotta bring the petition.
Okay, search, so,
Boy, look at that mess.
and,
They're both on the phone.
okay. Let's see what the original petition. Is this the Lopez matter, Ms. Turner?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning. This is call number 2020-25044 in the interest of Guillermo and Nayeli Lopez. Please, all parties, raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Ma'am? Is she on?
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
My name's Vanessa Arce Lopez. I'm their mother.
Okay. And sir?
My name
Sir?
is Guillermo Lopez, and I'm their father.
And for the state?
Marcella Turner.
And we've got an original petition, a suit affecting parent-child relationship. What are we doing today, Ms. Turner?
Your Honor, we have a need for a hearing in regards to retroactive child support. The parties have reached some stipulations regarding all other issues before the court today.
All right, let's read the stipulations into the record.
The parties have agreed to joint managing conservatorship with Ms. Arce being appointed as the conservator who determines where the children reside within Harris and any of the surrounding counties. The parties have also agreed to a child support amount in the amount of $841, a cash medical support amount in the amount of $319, and a cash dental support amount in the amount of $17, each of those to begin December 1st of 2020. The parties have also agreed to a standard possession and access order for all of the children.
All right, anything further? Is there a geographical restriction?
Yes, the geographical restriction, the parties did agree to that as well.
All right, and the issue then remaining is a retroactive child support?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so far, Mr. Lopez, is this your agreement?
Yes.
And Ms. Arce, is this your agreement so far?
Yes.
Okay, so the only thing we're addressing in this hearing is retroactive child support. Let's proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Arce to the stand. Ms. Arce, did you and Mr. Lopez ever reside together?
We did.
And about what month and year did you stop living together?
In March of 2020.
And you two are currently married, correct?
Yes.
And since you and Mr. Lopez stopped living together, has he provided financially for children?
Um, he bought diapers for my 2-year-old twice, and he bought formula for the newborn twice as well.
Okay. And so outside of that, has he not supported children? Is that your testimony?
Not financially, no.
And are you requesting retroactive child support?
Yes.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
Mr. Lopez, do you have any questions for Ms. Arce?
No, sir.
Okay. Call your next witness.
At this time, the state would like to call Mr. Lopez. Mr. Lopez, that you are currently at, have you been at that same employer since the beginning of this year?
Yes.
So what about what month and year did you and Ms. Arce stop living together?
Well, this is where the issue I have is where
Objection,
I left.
non-responsive.
Okay, sir. Just 1 month. Do you remember that you quit living together?
What she said, March.
Okay.
That's
Or the
of
beginning of April.
2020, correct?
Yes.
And since March of 2020, have you been providing financially for these children?
Yes. Food. I take them out to eat all the time. Even her. Yes.
Okay, so do you believe that you owe any back child support or retroactive child support?
Yes.
You do believe you owe retroactive child support?
Yes, but not that full amount that you came up with.
Okay, and why is that? Why do you not feel that she's entitled to retroactive child support for the full 9 months?
Because like I explained to you earlier, that I'm at this house where I'm at now with her. She's here next to me, or in the room next door. I'm here 5 out of 7 times out of the week, and I'm always, go ahead.
Do you pay the rent?
The house is paid off 2 years ago.
Do you pay the utilities?
I stopped paying them 2 years ago when we stopped paying on the house.
Utilities?
So the agreement was.
Wait a minute.
No.
Electric, water, telephone. You pay any of those bills?
Not now, no.
Okay.
Because I have my own place where I have to pay that. When I left in March.
Okay.
So what we had agreed was, what we had agreed was she was going to pay the rent and I would pay the bills. And that's what we've always done for 15 years. But we paid off the house 2 years ago, and I continued to pay the bills for 2 years after that, and she had no bills. But now that I have an apartment, because
you were living together during that period of time that you were paying the bills, correct?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. We're not asking, or the state is not asking for any money before March of 2020. They're asking that the mother be given a retroactive child support judgment since you separated. So the question is, how much have you contributed for the support of these children since March?
I would say at least half of the amount that she had came up with.
I haven't heard an amount. So what are you saying that you have contributed?
So I live here 5 out of 7 days out of the week, and I buy them food, all of them, even her. I mean, we live together is what I'm saying. Like, I have an apartment and I'm paying bills there. I just can't pay bills both places. But I'm here 5 out of 7 days out of the week.
Is that correct?
Sleep with her.
Is that correct, Miss Arce? Miss Arce, is that correct?
He comes and goes as he pleases. He's not here exactly 5 days out of a week.
Well, how many days per average would you say that he's there out of the week?
Probably like half.
Half the time.
Yeah.
Half of 7?
And so like 15 days out of the month. Is that what
Probably
you're saying?
like maybe like 20 days out of a month.
20 days out of the month. And when he's there, is he feeding you? Is he feeding the children?
We go out to eat, and like, so if we go out to eat, he'll pay, or like the next day when we go out to eat, I'll pay. He doesn't always pay. It's not 100% of the time that he pays.
Okay, so he pays for half the times that you all go out. Is that right? Is that right,
Yes.
Mr.
Yes,
Lopez?
that's
Okay,
perfectly correct. Yeah.
okay. And what about the food at home?
I pay for our groceries.
Okay, what else? What does
But
he pay?
I've paid
Wait, wait,
sometimes.
wait. What does he pay for maintenance at home when he's living there?
Nothing.
Okay, Mr. Lopez, you were going to say something?
Oh well, I'm saying that I pay when we go to grocery shopping. I pay as well every once in a while. She pays more. That's correct. She makes 3 times as much as I make. So that's part of the reason that happened. As far as
I haven't
maintenance stuff,
worked
I
since
do
March.
everything here.
Okay.
Maintenance as far as yard work, housework, we don't pay for none of that because I do it all.
All right. Okay, Ms. Turner, he's still on the witness stand. You want to ask him any further questions?
No, Your Honor, no further questions. I'll pass the witness.
Okay, Ms. Arce, do you have any questions for Mr. Lopez?
No.
Now, Mr. Lopez, anything further you want to say?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is if she can lower the payment down, because I can't afford the $1,000 that they're trying to, that I have to pay.
Well, were these amounts? Didn't you agree to those amounts?
I did, but then as we were waiting and doing these calculations, I'm thinking. I mean, there's times where if you take 500 from my check, I'm only going to have $200-300 that pay period for 2 weeks.
Okay, so Ms. Turner, how did you arrive at $841 in child support?
That amount was based off of the gross amount, which was determined from Mr. Lopez's check stubs from his year to date. As he stated, they're in the same house together, so they both viewed the check stub when he pulled it up on his phone, and they both agreed that his year to date was the 37,000. I'm sorry, his gross monthly was $3,731.70, and that was based off of a gross year-to-date amount of $37,317. I spoke with both parties at length, and I asked Mr. Lopez on several occasions whether or not he agreed with the amount. There was a little back and forth, and then finally he stated he did. Before coming to this hearing, I also went over the agreed issues again twice and asked if we were all on the same page and was he in agreement. He stated again that he was in agreement. So
Okay,
the fact that now,
my question for you is what are your figures, net and 25% of net after,
let me put it back into my.
It's 3 children.
There's 2 children that I see here.
It's 3. We have a 2-month-old.
Was there an amended petition?
No,
Hold on. No, I'm talking to Ms. Turner.
Oh.
Ms. Turner, is there an amended petition on this matter? Is there any kind of amendment? She says there's 3 children. I only show 2 children here.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Your Honor, you went out for a minute. I didn't hear anything past that.
The petition states that there are 2 children to this union.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I didn't hear anything. The phone went out.
The petition only shows that there are 2 children. Is there an amended petition?
Notes. I don't know. That's the first that I've heard of that. My notes are showing that there are 3 children.
Your notes, but what does the petition say? Your notes and the petition are 2 different things.
I understand, Your Honor. I'm sorry I did not go back and view the petition because I was under the impression that we were all speaking about 3 children. So if there's a possibility that something may have been done and was not indicated in the petition, but I am pulling it up right now. This is the first to my knowledge that it was not concerning all 3 of the children.
Well, look at the petition.
Okay. You are correct. I don't know why we
Again?
You're correct, Your Honor.
Again.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
So what it looks like is that they had a baby in August. Someone.
Oh, all right. Now. All right. I am recessing this matter so that you can
amend,
do whatever you want to do, but you're going to come back to me because I said in the interest of Guillermo and Nayeli Lopez, and that was the only thing that's on this petition. If you're going to amend it, you're going to have an agreement, et cetera, et cetera. And in the meantime, go back and show him the figures, and then we'll come back and finish this hearing.
Okay.
All right, we're recessing at this time.
Thank you. Ms. RC and Mr. Lopez, log back into the other Zoom.
The one we called the first time?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Okay, we're recessing this one. I'm just going to minimize it. My docket entry. Got another one? Hmm?
I thought there was going to be another one.
You thought there was?
Yes.
I don't have any others.
Well, no,
Minimized.
No, they had just told me, but I don't see nobody in the waiting room, so.
Okay.